empty city tells two true and separate stories. Though they have been woven together fictionally, they are connected. Baomeng never knew Lai and Papana, but in many ways their journeys were intertwined. By connecting two stories and their characters, my goal is to paint a big picture. One of a country, a friendship, and a love torn apart by a corrupt regime that, to this day, has not been tried for its crimes. My hope is that this musical will help bring a day very soon when stories like this will not have to be told to teach us. A day when we can let go of a past that never needs to be repeated. Act 1. Cambodia, 2002. Koi walks the halls of Tuol Sleng Museum, shuffling through a small stack of letters. He attracts the attention of an elderly employee, Bao Meng. Bao, who recognizes the letters, pulls Koi into his workshop and begins to paint a story of his past.
The sun sets here, where children dream and dragons appear. If you see it when you close your eyes, you may find it here. Look, you'll see the beauty.
As he does so, we travel back in time, joining Bao's much younger self as he sells his paintings in the street near Siem Reap. The year is 1975. His friends, Lai and Papana, arrive after 2 years of study at separate universities to see how their home has changed and how their parents, to their surprise, have committed them to be married.
Listen, weary people, you're on holy ground. Look and see, there are wonders to be found.
That night, an unsure Bapana meets Lai by the river, and the two discover that the friendship of their youth might now become something more.
Where's the girl? The one this river knew before. Where's the girl who walked with me along these shores? Where's the girl?
As the two re-enter town, they discover that Khmer Rouge soldiers, led by Sergeant Hun, are separating the townspeople into two groups, men and women. As the groups are led away, Lai's father is gunned down by Singh, the sergeant's son. Months go by. Bapana and the women of her village are forced to work in the fields. Bapana plots with her fellow workers to stand against the evil that has taken over her land, and convinces a small group of others to attempt to escape.
I've seen a monster waiting for me to fall asleep, for me to fall asleep. It's there, right beside the ocean. And it waits for me to dream, waits for me to dream.
Meanwhile, Lai and Bao are forced into Khmer Rouge training. Sergeant Hun assigns them officers' positions in propaganda. His son, Singh, who has been a member of his unit for as long as he can remember, is furious and left behind, without promotion.
It makes no difference to me whether you're good at fighting. It makes no difference to me. But if you want to survive, you'll want to listen closely. I am the only one on your side.
By now, Bapana has been caught trespassing. As punishment, she is locked in a storage shed where she secretly writes to Lai. Back at camp, Lai writes his own letter and gives it to Bao to carry on his daily deliveries. Bao leaves and finds Bapana. The two exchange letters, and Bao rushes back to tell Lai he's found her.
I could find a river, tell you where it leads to, even get you from here to there. I could go there.
Back at camp, a jealous Sing begins plotting to ruin Lai and Bao. As he does, Lai and Bao make plans to meet Bapana. A spy hears this news and returns to Sing. Sing and his men go after them.
For far too long, we've been at the front line, but the war's been won, and now it's our time.
Lai and Bao, lost in the night, pause to regroup. As they rest, 3 Khmer Rouge soldiers pass with a cart of bodies. As the men discard the victims, Lai and Bao watch in horror as a dark ballet of ghosts dance in the fog. They rush away with Sing close behind them.
We have orders. Don't think too much. Close your eyes and you won't see much. Turn your eyes from the unspeakable.
Lai finds Bapana shivering in the cold. Bapana reassures Lai of her strength, and as they make love in the moonlight, Sing and his men arrive at the co-op to catch them in their forbidden act.
If you could be on the other side, it would be different for you. You'd see that we're on much more than a wild ride. If you could be on the other side, it would anger you to hear that.
Shortly after, Lai and Bao barely escape being caught by Sing. But his men find Bapana and her letters addressed to Lai. Sing, now with proof of their meeting, chases Lai and Bao back to their camp, having no choice but to leave Bapana behind. Upon their arrival, a furious Sergeant Han is waiting for them.
It's not easy, and I know you've tried. Yes, I laugh and patronize, 'cause you're tossed amongst the fruitless masses, another pupil in useless classes. My world is watching.
Act 2. Bao's older self continues the story. Lai, Bao, and Sing arrive at camp to discover that the Vietnamese have attacked and wounded many of their fellow soldiers. A furious Sergeant Han punishes all the missing soldiers, especially Sing and Lai, who are taken away and locked in the camp's brig.
It confused me. What was the difference made? Another traitor, sharp as a blade. Enemies were friends we trampled upon. It made you wonder whose side you were on.
3 months pass. A now pregnant Bapana sits fuming in a small classroom where propaganda is taught to the camp's children. As she pleads with the children to remember their family, she watches in terror as the children grow before her eyes into the very thing she fears most. Khmer Rouge soldiers.
They mold the clay, take from the ground, children of the revolution, children lost in the confusion, build the statues in the square, children of this institution, think about your contribution, children of the revolution.
Meanwhile, Sergeant Han lets Bao in on a little secret. He's been stealing from the powers that be. He then tempts Bao with booze, women, and power, and tries to convince him to join his band of black market mercenaries.
It's easy, have a taste, you like it, you love it. It's easy, put a smile on that face, you want it, you need it, it's easy. It's easy.
Bao leaves and rides into the night. As he makes his last stop, he comes upon Bapana and sees she is pregnant. She tells him of her escape plans and sends him back to tell Lai.
These wheels turn fast and on I go, but what I see is not the place I knew long ago. Wheels roll past a house I used to know, but the lives within are lives of angry men.
Back at camp, Sing and Lai sit in adjoining cells. Lai forgives Sing for the death of his father and convinces him to stand against his own.
Born into fire, and the gun's been placed there in your hands. It's not hard to retire to the side that is stronger and with the better plan when you watch.
After their release, Bao returns and tells Lai of Bapana's pregnancy. Sing confronts his father, realizing he's been brainwashed since childhood. And as passions rise, Sing shoots and kills his father. Lai and Bao escape, taking Bapana with them, and Sing is captured and executed by the remaining soldiers.
Don't you know this is not who I am? Can't you see? I followed so closely. You taught me to hate all the things that I am. It's time to remember.
During the escape, Bapana goes into labor, and the three of them are forced to stop in an abandoned building on the edge of the Thai-Cambodian border. There, Bapana gives birth to a baby, Koi. Lai and Bapana give the baby to Bao, realizing that this is the only chance the baby has for survival. Bao takes Bapana's letters, says goodbye, and crosses into Thailand with the baby. Lai and Bapana are then caught and taken away.
Listen, child, there's no need to cry. I know you're scared, so am I. Give it time, this soon will pass. There is a home for you. I'll find a home for you.
After getting the baby to safety, Bao returns to Cambodia to find Lai and Bapana, and is captured himself. The three friends are taken to Tuol Sleng, one of the Khmer Rouge's most notorious prisons. Bapana and Lai are locked up in separate but adjoining cells. They pledge their love for each other and talk of the life they could have had.
We've had the cradle of life in the palm of our hands. So much now has happened that we can't understand. Still remember me the way I used to. The parts that are fair and those that are not. So often we link.
Back in 2002, Koi and Bao stand in the last place his parents were seen alive. Bao hands Koi a letter and a picture. A letter of love from his parents, words that he waited 30 years to hear, and a picture of two lovers smiling by a pier where they fell in love. Koi embraces Bao and leaves the museum holding a piece of his past. Bao takes a deep breath, paints the last piece of color to a now beautiful painting of Cambodia, wipes his hands on a rag, and exits his workshop. The end.
So close your eyes and dream of the bluest skies. Don't be scared. You don't have to cry. You don't have to cry anymore.